Hey everyone, James Sharmack here from the Nerd with J&J. So today I thought I would talk about whether or not you should actually get an arcade one-up. I've been asked, by a bunch of people who don't have one, whether or not they should get one because they're curious about getting it. So I thought I would talk about my, experience with it. Whatever. It's been a year since I had the Star Wars arcade one-up in my possession, so I thought I'd talk about that, durability, aesthetics, whatever. And maybe we'll put you over the line about whether or not you should get one. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about aesthetics first. So the visual appeal aesthetics, you don't have really to see anything. It's a 3/4 scale arcade machine. Has all the bells and whistles, controller wise. Depending on the machine, you get a light up marquee, so it looks like it's in the arcades. And obviously what you see is what you get. If it's not important to you to have something that stands out like this, you might want to stick with an emulation or software or whatever and play it on a computer. But I gotta tell you, I do enjoy this. As I said in my prior video, that little kid in me who wants to actually have the feel of the arcade enjoys this. But that being said too, it does take some maintenance on it. There's cleaning always involved because dust, obviously. If you're not really prepared to dust it all the time, or say maybe once a month at the most, maybe twice a month, I'll give a dusting down just to make sure it looks spectacular as it does. So if visual appeal is for you, then you should, consider getting it. So we need to talk about playability as a factor. Are you going to play it? How many times are you going to play it? Is it going to be like a 5-minute thing and then you're going to put it in a corner for months and months and months and let it collect dust and whatever? So my story is, I did wait, but this was the machine I wanted to buy. When they first announced Arcade One-Up, I was like one of those people that said, I'm not going to get one unless they provide, like, say, a Star Wars arcade one-up. And wouldn't you know it, they announced it a couple summers ago. Summer 2019. So I was like, ooh, take my money. But I was hesitant just because I didn't want to spend $500 because I was worried about my own thoughts about whether I would play it, whether it was going to be durable, whatever. And I pulled the trigger in April because there was a price cut. So $400, I didn't think it was going to go cheaper, so grabbed it off of Amazon. And it was also quarantine, so what else am I going to do, right? So happily, I've played this more times than I thought I would have. I do enjoy playing it, obviously, as you can probably tell from the high scores. So, yeah, and obviously going back to the previous video I did, there you go. So, for me, obviously Star Wars and, say, the Miss Pac-Man machine, they get play value off of me. But if you're not going to, say, play, if you're just getting it to, just to have it, probably want to pass on it. Now, durability is another question mark I have to buying things, just because if you buy some for $300, $400, $500, kind of want to make sure it lasts. It's not going to break. It's not going to lag, whatever. And, that was also another sticking point to whether or not I should buy one. Yes, I did want it, but, I didn't want something that I was going to break just because I had bad luck with machines. But, thankfully, obviously, so far so good. As we'll take a look at the gameplay in a second and see how well the lag or whatever works. And these are my high scores. Obviously, JHS is me, so I've been kind of busy, except for, that darn Obi-Wan with his one score. I'll probably get him eventually. So yeah, I've had it for a year. It plays pretty well so far. I've played it quite a bit, as I said, more than I probably should, but still, I'm happy to have it. And, if you're worried about durability, there are reports of machines coming in kind of broken, scratches, whatever, but, if you maintain it pretty well, if you're not, going gonzo with the controls, it's worth having. Well, you have to excuse the quality of the lighting I'm using. I just wanted to show the comparison between hand and screen for durability, and basically since it's been over a year of playing the game, I just want to show you how, there's pretty much no lag between controller and screen itself, so gives for a fantastic gameplay, I would say. Okay, let's talk space, or more or less your space. What space do you have? What kind of, what's your living condition? Obviously I have the more quote-unquote full size of the arcade one-ups in my apartment, in my living room. But you might not have, that big of a space, but you still want to do an arcade one-up. Luckily, this isn't the only size. You could get a little bit smaller, like a party arcade you'd stick on a wall, and you can do the what they call the countercade. But that being said, you don't get every game. Like Star Wars only comes into 3/4 scale. This Pac-Man though comes in a couple different sizes, comes in a different variations, so you get different games. Like if you got the countercade for Miss Pac-Man, you're not going to get the games that are on the full size one. But still, if you want Miss Pac-Man, it can, better to have than to have not, right? Let's talk cost. Because, depending on your budget, you probably want to get a different kind of machine. So, obviously, the full size, so to speak, arcade one-ups are going to cost more than, say, a countercade. But that being said, whatever budget you have, something can work for you. Like, say, your full-size Star Wars with light-up marquee, Star Wars riser. You bought a full price, $500. Where you have the full-size Ms. Pac-Man, no riser, no light-up marquee, $300. So, and if you wanted to go less, you can get a partycade through either QVC or Home Shopping Network for like about $200. And if you want to go less, want to get the countercade, those can range from say $200 to $100 to $150. So, depending on your budget, there's something for you if you really want a machine or not. So, as we asked before, should you get an arcade one-up? Well, it's not my place to tell you yes or no. I'm trying to give you recommendations, put some factors in whether or not you should buy one. And hopefully you made up your own mind whether or not what you can do, or if you can't, it is what it is. But I'm happy to have these. I'm looking to at least get maybe one more, maybe a party or a countercade, just because there are a couple games I'm curious about. But I have space limitations myself, so it is what it is. Maybe I can do another 2 full-size arcades, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did like this video, thought it was informative, let me know. If there are any other factors you guys think of, let me know those too. My name is James Sharmack. This has been the Nerd Room with J&J. And as always, keep on collecting and happy hunting.